Hey, and we are back with another one. How you been?
Yeah, you see it, you know what I'm saying?
Doing all right?
Still alive, you feel me?
All right. Well, it's been about a week since we did a video. Is everything doing all right back here in the hole?
I mean, shit moving steady and slow, man. Motherfucking, they finally got a nigga's commissary halfway right this time.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Always missing. I've been ordering hot sauce. Nigga can't get no motherfucking hot sauce, though. But, otherwise than that, nigga need some hot sauce on that whack ass trays they be giving the nigga. You feel me?
Got to
Straight
spice it
up.
up. So glad to hear
Hell
your program's
yeah.
doing good. The last time we spoke, we talked about a couple other things. So, with Mount Olive being, one of, well, for one, state-wise, the, maximum top security prison. There's a lot of violence and stuff, and everywhere I went, I told my subscribers before, I've always had to keep something on me. It's necessity. So I've got some write-ups here. So being in your circumstances, since this is a write-up that we're talking about something that's already been done, dealt with, you did the time for, as we said, we talk about things on here that's already been done and over with, things that
Already.
us, you know what I'm saying, we don't go outside of that realm. So you want to break down the circumstances of this samurai sword confiscation?
Man, bruh, that shit. Okay, so the shit was my fault for real. How a nigga got knocked. All right, as you already know, I was still on some regional shit with the little toothbrush get up, and then you blessed me in life and taught me how to really get it together. You know what I'm saying? So once you taught me how to really get it together, and then you end up leaving, I'm like, man, okay, I can turn this into a profit. So I went crazy. You know what I'm saying? Getting shit together and getting niggas right. And so the time I had the bag too, so we blowing and doing what we do and shit. And I had this, I don't know if you remember Nemo's ass, this Custo Nemo. Now his arm is fucked up. He was in a car crash. So his left arm is dead. You know what I'm saying? It's just in a sling. That shit look nasty for real. Cuz arm is goddamn purple and bluish. The shit dead. He can't use it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he was the best custo because whenever he come get this snake, he can't roll up. You know what I'm saying? So he would need me to roll up for him, and then it's a double whammy because he done bought the shit, and then I get to blow it for free with you. You feel me? So
Networking, baby. Networking at its finest.
networking. So boom. I just got done coming from inside. I'm already goddamn fried. You feel me? He come up like, man, what's up? I'm trying to get three of them things. I'm like, shit, all right. Boom. So I'm like, I got you. Get it together. And he's like, well, we got some time left. We're trying to go ahead and just blow and shit. I'm like, shit, hell yeah. Right? And now the homie like, man, you might want to chill because the CO that was working was a new CO and he kept walking. You know what I'm saying? You know how some of them be laid back, they really don't be doing too much movement. Well, this nigga was active. He kept moving. So, but in my mind, I'm like, shit, he just walked. Like, we'll be good. You feel me? I should have fucking listened to the homie. Cause goddamn, we in there. Now my celly is 6'0 partner, my nigga from 60s and shit. He outside playing poker. So he don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So we slide in this motherfucker, we blowing and shit. Just my fucking luck. You hear knock on the door. Dun dun dun. You know I got the blind up. So I'm like, what's up? He's like, man, you gotta take this blind down. I'm like, all right, I got you. When I'm done using the bathroom,
Yeah.
I'll take it down, right? Well, he must have smelt the shit. You know what I'm saying? Because like with me, because I ain't never really like using the vent and all that. So my celly, we had a good routine though when we got down. So we would never get knocked. With this nigga, the routine wasn't in play.
Yeah.
So he must have smelt it or whatever. So when he was done doing his rounds, I'm hitting the button to pop the door, and the door won't pop. So I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, damn, but why the door? So I'm hitting the window to get the homie attention. I'm like, yo, did he sit back down yet? He was like, yeah. And I'm hearing the other doors pop, but my door won't pop though. So I'm like, oh man, what the fuck? Next thing you know, the homie like, shit, there's a whole bunch of COs coming. I'm like, oh shit. I don't know what to do. I'm fried out of my mind. This motherfucker with his little one arm and shit just looking at me stupid. I'm like, bro, that little corner right there in the cell, motherfucker hide. At first, I was gonna make his ass get under the bed. You feel me? But my boxer shoes under the bed, he couldn't get underneath there. So I'm like, man, get in the corner. He get in the corner. I'm hearing him come. So the first thing I can think of, sit on the toilet. I sat on the toilet. He come, the motherfucker pop my door. He's like, what you in here doing? I'm like, shit, nothing. I'm shitting. You know what I'm saying? He was like, he's like, why does it smell like smoke in here? I'm like, shit, I don't know what the fuck. Shit, I'm shitting, motherfucker. So he was like, well, heard. He's like, finish. I'm like, damn, you gonna sit there and just watch me? He was like, yeah, until you're done and flush the toilet. I'm like, man, so I'm sitting here thinking, like, man, I'm just sitting here. What the fuck am I gonna do? I'm like, all right, man, well, let me, because there was a female CO standing there too. So I'm like, man, all right, well, let me pull my pants up and shit. You feel me? Man, this nigga was like, hurry up. I pulled my pants up and he pulled me out the cell. And he like, man, so you're telling me you weren't smoking in there? I'm like, man, hell no, I don't know nothing about no smoke. They motherfucker walk in the cell and they see dude in the corner. And this motherfucker was like, I don't know nothing. so mind you, so they take us up top. Mm-hmm. Now while they're taking us up top, they must have was already starting a search and found the joint in my jacket, my personal, you feel me? And I heard it come over the walkie, like, we found a weapon in here. So I'm like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to come up with the lie in my head while they taking me up top to the security wing, right? They put me in the little cell that's right there and had him sit on the bench. So right then, the one officer come, he's like, man, Strange, what's going on with you, man? They talking about finding weapons and stuff in your cell. And I'm like, man, I don't know what they talking about. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and now mind you, my cellie still playing poker. He don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And somebody must have told him that they took me up top, because then he finally came in the pod, but he ain't say nothing. He just sat there and watched them search our cell, right? But he ain't saying nothing. So boom. Then it comes over the walkie talking about we done found 4 more knives. He come back talking about, man, what the fuck is this? And I'm like, man, I don't know, man. Back again, since you come back again, he's like, man, they talking about they found 5 knives in there. What the fuck, boy? I said, man, they mine, man. All right, they mine. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Now my cellie, I guess when they was done, he tried to go in his cell and they be like, "What, you live here?" He should never say yeah. He was like, yeah. They was like, lock him up. They locked him up. Now, mind you, I didn't know that I had them ones. I didn't know he had one too. You know what I'm saying? So, but just as solid as my nigga is, he did the same shit that I did. He took the rap for all of them. You know what I'm saying? So when we're both saying that they're ours, they really don't know what to do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because we both said, because we ain't even been around each other. You know what I'm saying? So they like, well, it's a coincidence. We got him up here locked up. He's saying they're his. And we got him down here. He's saying they're his. So they're like, man, what the fuck? Just lock them all up. So they locked all of us up, right? So when they locked us up, they came and gave us the papers for the hearing. I'm like, shit, I ain't going to that shit. I ain't going to no motherfucking hearing. Hell no. And the homie, he waived his too. And then when we had the pro committee hearing to get the program or not, that's when I told him, like, yeah, they mine, you feel me? Yeah, maybe I was a little excessive, because the main thing they didn't like was them swords, them 2 long metal joints I had. You know what I'm saying?
About how long was they?
There was shit, half a nice little chunk of, I can say maybe a foot long, maybe a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? Sheesh. But I was chopping them though, and I just didn't have the chance to. I only had just the points on them. You know what I'm saying? So. And that's what I told him. I'm like, shit, I probably went overboard or whatever, but you gotta realize, I'm fresh up here, and I just seen a motherfucker get his head cut off, literally. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, maybe I had too many of the motherfuckers, but in my mind, at the time, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, shit, what? A buck 70 soaking wet, and I just seen a nigga get his head cut off? You got me fucked up. I'm about to protect myself.
Now,
By any ways necessary.
Since you've been up there, how many people have you seen get killed?
5.
5?
That I actually seen myself. 5.
See, and that's why I tell the subscribers, when you're dealing with maximum security individuals, anything can jump off at any time. And the only one I saw was when Trooper went in on, old boy. And then I seen the thing in the paper with Dr. Bob, you know what I'm saying? Me and you was on the pod with Dr. Bob. You seen that happen, right?
Yeah.
Yo,
yeah.
Like I said, the news said it was over a Bible verse dispute, you know what I'm saying? And I had a dog that was up there, and he said Bob was running down the track.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, that was a whole fucking faggery situation. Did they business too? Because the nigga did. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
And motherfucking, I remember we could probably go through the whole joint in the next joint, but I remember my mom's put me on to this chick one time, and it's my first time talking to her. You know what I'm saying? Just finally got a hold of her. She was in South Carolina and shit. And next thing you know, I look up, we see niggas arguing and shit, and they got their things in their hand and they arguing. And then motherfucking, then they break away from each other. You feel me? And then dude come back again to him in his cell, and motherfucking, and they just get to stabbing each other up. I was like, oh shit. So I'm telling Shorty, like, I gotta go. She was like, motherfucker, you just now talking to me. I'm like, man, you don't understand. Shit's going on right now. I gotta go. Because in my mind, I know we about to get locked down. So when in that situation, you gotta make sure you got ice in your chest bucket. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure you got all the water and shit. Everything that you need to get done. You need to get this shit done before they lock us down, because then you hit.
Weeks, who knows?
Yeah, you never know. So I had a got off the phone, told myself, like, man, get the ice chest. We gotta fill them joints up, get everything together, because them niggas was going at it crazy. And then finally, when like we was all locked down, I'm watching them. They got them both sitting down there in the pod in the chairs and shit every time, because they still talking shit to each other, cuffed up. And one of them, every time he talked, you can see the blood squirting out his side. You know what I'm saying? Damn. And I was like, this shit was crazy. The shit was crazy.
Gladiator school type shit.
Yeah, them niggas, they got at it. Motherfucking shit. One motherfucker, not too long ago, he just lost his life pump faking. Acting like he was great, pump faking. They got drunk arguing. Nigga was pump faking, acting like he had something, and he really didn't. All the nigga had was a fucking pencil, and was playing with the wrong nigga, and dude snuffed him, lights out,
God.
Gone, pump faking. And I went, and it's crazy though, because when he was laying there, he was like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, you can just see his shit just leave. You know what I'm saying? The color from his eyes just leave. I'm like, yeah, your boy gone. I don't know what they getting medical kits out for. That nigga gone. You feel me? And it was his fault though. Pump faking. Niggas try to tell him like, chill. He ain't one chill. He kept talking about, I got something for you. I got something. They ain't have nothing for him, but that nigga had something for you. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? That's why you always gotta be prepared.
Always, at all times. This is what I always said. That's the number one place you cannot get caught lacking. Regardless if you're in the mix or not, you need to be aware of your surroundings, because a lot of things can happen. You can get dragged in, be in the wrong place at the wrong time. I'm not saying that you always need to, go and grab a weapon, you know what I'm saying? Because that'll obviously get you in trouble. And like I said, once you get out the hole, I hope that you can steer clear of all the bullshit, so that, you know what I'm saying, when these, it'd be a little bit easier on the ride down.
I don't know what it is. Niggas it's kind of hard for me, you know what I'm saying? Because niggas is always hating.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, for me, I feel like all them niggas that be hating, trying to dim my light and all that shit is just fuck you very much. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't gonna stop me from doing a motherfucking thing. I stand tall on my 10 toes. and that's what it is, nigga. You just gonna have to say with your chest when you talking to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna take it there. I'm gonna go there with it. You know what I'm saying? And if it don't need to go there, then it don't need to go there. But if you trying to get faking the funk, or you just trying to motherfucking bring the funk to the table with it, then it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? If it's up, then it's up. But you know, a lot of motherfuckers be just selling wolf tickets. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying. I rather just just be humble about the situation. You know what I'm saying? And but a lot of niggas can't. They got pride issues. You feel me? And when they pride get in the way, then that's when the fuckery happens. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas, I just feel niggas be saying they men, but really be boys for real. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to a situation that can be really resolved, because it's always over some fuck shit.
Yeah, some people don't like to see other people succeed or do good or whatever. So
no, they don't. Because they miserable. Miserable loves company, bro.
Yes, sir. At the end of the day, it's easy to be yourself. And if you... It's easier to promote positivity than always try to be on some negative shit, because that don't get nobody nowhere. Like, at the end of the day, I'm trying to see everybody succeed, regardless of who you are or where you at. Obviously, as long as you ain't like some pedophile, some weird shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't wish good upon anybody, especially people that's locked up that have a chance. I want to see them succeed and grow, and I'm going to do anything that I can to not only get their story out, but obviously to succeed myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm overcoming things in my life, then I'm trying to promote positivity, as with people like you that are doing the same thing.
That's all we trying to do. Is just no exception for no baby rapers or rats. You know what I'm saying? But we trying to excel in life. You know what I'm saying? That's the main goal, is just to excel. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
and overcome the situations that we already going through, been through. You know what I'm saying? And just come out the other end better, or the best version of ourselves. You feel me? So.
He said he scheduled your buddy 500, and he screwed him over like 2 weekends in a row.
Oh, here I come.
Up here.
All right, bet. Tell him, oh, here I come. Just give me a quick second.
All right. Any shout outs and love you want to
throw? Shout out my rider, man, Kenya Jordan and Princess Malia. You know what I mean? She been holding the nigga down. And I really appreciate her for doing that. You know what I'm saying? And all the way, shout out to my son all the time. You know what I'm saying? Sir Samarian. And I want to also give a shout out to my haters, man. You feel me? Like I said, man, fuck you very much.